Oh, hello guys. So, as you may know, a while back I started exploring the world of tiling window managers. I have tried and explored a few of them, and there's something I want you to talk about today, and this is exactly why people recommending one over the other and what in my opinion is the best. Actually, it's going to be two of them. Spoiler. So, what are the two best tiling window managers to start on for a new user or just to start learning, start exploring without too much of a hassle? So, let's get to the video. Okay, guys, so here we are on a brand new virtual machine that I have prepared for especially this test, and this is the newest beta version of Linux Mint 21.3 with Cinnamon 6. So why I chose Linux Mint for this? Well, basically this is one, if not the most recommended Linux distro for new users. So most likely, most of the new users gonna start with this, and I want you to start exploring the tiling window managers from here. Okay, so let's get to the first that I want to, the first styling window manager that I want you to show. And this is, of course, awesome. Why awesome? Because it's awesome. So anyway, what you need to do is just open your terminal. If you want to go through the terminal and just type, if you are like me on Ubuntu or Linux Mint or any of the Debian Ubuntu derivatives, just sudo apt install awesome, or you can use the software center. It's gonna take a little bit to load though. Okay, that actually took a while, so sorry about that, guys. So just look in the search button for awesome and it should be right here. This is what you need. Highly configurable, X window manager. If you want to install it from here, just press the install button. If you want to use the terminal, just sudo apt install awesome is the command that you need. So let's get and install it graphically. This is all the dependency that you need. Keep in mind, this is basically for the starter, this is all you need, and it's already comes with a lot of packages like awesome extra fe, which is a wallpaper setter. You will see in some point what the hell is that. So let's install it and see what we can do with it. It shouldn't take too long. It's a pretty small download. Alright, it's already installed. That's it, that's so simple. So everything you have to do now is just log out. Press this button here and you should have awesome icon and entry right here. Just select it, put down your password to log back in, and that's it. That's all you have to do. Now you have a fully functional tiling window manager. That's why I really like this one for starters and for beginners, such as me, of course. I'm still relatively new to the tiling window manager world. But anyway, you already have a pretty good and functional bar. You have a menu with everything you need right here, so you don't really have to start learning everything about configuration and stuff. You can take it slowly. Plus, you can use the right button on the desktop. You get another similar menu here. Plus, you have the restart and quit right here. You have a path to the configuration. You have a manual that I would really recommend you to start read if you are going to learn this. You have a hotkeys that is pretty awesome and useful. You have everything you need to start, and if you forget something, well, you can always come back with the super S or super W for menu, or you can learn all the needed keys for navigating around the tiling window manager. But this again, it's one of the reasons why I really like awesome. Now, one of the cons about starting with these styling window managers is editing the configuration file, which soon or later you may have to start and do. Let's get to there, edit configuration, and this is the file right here. As you can see, it's a pretty long file, especially for first time opening a configuration file. Plus, this looks a lot like a programming language, and you are totally right. This is a Lua programming language. If you know some or more Lua language, this is great. You can start playing with it and you can customize it the best you can, the best you like. But for most of us who don't know Lua, well, it might be a little intimidating, but it is what it is. There is a lot of information on the internet, so don't worry about that too much. You still have a fully functional desktop that you can start and learn with it. Okay, and we are back on the default Linux Mint. Now let's get to the next tiling window manager that I want to show you, and this is exactly, of course, it's i3. It's one of the most popular and most recommended tiling window manager, especially for starters and not only. So again, what you need to do just to start with it is, again, I'll show you through the terminal, which is, the command is sudo apt install i3, or if you want to go through the software center, again here in the search, look for i3, and this is the one you need, the improved dialing, and this is the one that you need, the improved dynamic tiling window manager. So all you have to do is just click install, and it's gonna pull all the needed packages here. Just click continue, put down your password, and you are on your way to the world of i3. Of course, this is not everything that you need, but we are talking about a beginners that they just start exploring, they want to start learning, and this is a good start. So again, let's log out. Press this button here, and as you can see, we already have entry for i3. Let's select that, put down your password, and let's log in. Now, this is one of the good things about the i3. It's already asking you for creating the configuration file automatically. So you can select yes, generate the config. If you are new, I strongly recommend you that. If you are a power user and already have your own configuration file, you can skip that. Let's press enter. Now please choose either, this is very important, window or out. This is the difference. If you this is the difference. What is the difference between those two keys? Well, one of those keys, the window key or the out key, is going to be used for the main mod key. It's called in tiling window managers, and this key is very important because it's involved in almost all keyboard configuration. So I'm gonna go with Windows key, and that's it. That's all you have to do. Again, this is already fully functional tiling window manager. You have the bar on the bottom, which gives you so much information that you may or may not know what is all about right now. You have the workspaces here. You can switch to the 2, the 1, to 3, to whatever you want. Unfortunately, you don't have a desktop background, but that's easily fixable. You don't have to worry about right now. Another thing that I really like about i3 is I'm gonna show you the configuration file which sits into the .config i3 folder. I'll show you, just navigate to there. And there it is. Just I'm gonna use nano for this. And this is the configuration file about i3. As you can see, it's so much different than awesome. For example, it's almost like a plain English text. It's so much more understandable. So even me as a new user, it was so much easier to start navigating through the config file and start making some changes and configurations. This is again one of the best configuration files to work on in the Linux world, if you ask me. So anyway, let's close that. Let's close that again. That's pretty much it. That's what I wanted to show you. For example, I know many people recommending for, let's say, BSPWM, and although it's a great tiling window manager, I don't really agree that it's a great tiling window managers for new beginners, for new users to Linux, because it's a little bit more complicated to start setting it up. For example, you need two files, the BSPWM, you need the SHAKD. Actually, I'm gonna show you real quick. So let's install it. Sudo apt install BSPWM and SHKD, which is BSPWM. It's the package for the tiling window manager itself, and SXHKD is the configuration for the keyboard driven layout. So let's install that real quick. It's going to be easier to show you than tell you. At least that's what I think. Oops, come on. So let's get out of here. Let's look for BSPWM. And now be careful when you log in. That's it. That's all you get from the first install. You have no bar anywhere. You have no wallpaper. You have nothing. You can even launch the terminal because you need a specific terminal for that. Plus, to start working and configuring BSPWM, you need to find where the example files are and move them to the specific folder that you're gonna make on the .config files. Plus, you need another application, for example, let's say Polybar or Lemon Bar, to start to start representing a bar on top or on the bottom, the same as i3 or awesome, and couple more things, but I think this is mainly what you need for BSPWM. Yes, the configuration file, it's so much simple and so much easier. It's basically a small bash script. I really like that too, but I don't think it's a great choice for beginners in the tiling window manager world. Was every time, well, at least the first couple of times I tried to play and install BSPWM, I always forgot to do something. I always forgot to install the right terminal, for example, or move the example file where it needs to be. And now when I end up with the black screen like this, I can't even get out of here because none of the keyboard configurations works. I can't even open the terminal. I can do nothing. I just have to hard reset my PC and start over. That's why I don't really recommend it for a new users too. I might be wrong. Correct me if I am. I will be happy to see what you guys think about it. And let's discuss it. So that's all I wanted to show you today. And I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye.